Hi guys, it's Shokai. Hope you're great, and as always, so thrilled that you could join me on these small videos that I am doing to help you if you're a coach, a consultant, a business owner with a great message to share with the world. Uh, what I'm sharing with you today could literally add an extra zero to what you're doing or could help you do what you do better. So today I thought of sharing with you the things that my virtual assistant does for me that helps my coaching practice grow. Now, you may be familiar with virtual assistants like ours. In fact, you know that I run a virtual assistant company, have done since 2010, blessed with clients from many parts of the world. But my goal today is to show you which part that you can outsource to a virtual assistant with ease and you can get great results. Now, before we jump onto the main training, remember consulting has got three main parts, just three, the three. But you have to get good at one of those and the rest delegate it to someone else so that your time is very focused and you can become a master at what you do. So, number one, uh, know your target audience. You've got to know them because all your marketing materials are going to come from the knowledge you have about them. I say to my clients is you need to know what your ideal client's next step before they even know what they want. When you get to that point and you begin to communicate to your ideal clients with such clarity, your ideal client will say, this person knows me well more than I know myself. This is the person that I'm going to follow. And that's where you want them to be. So know your target, create your masterclass around your target audience, create all your helpful material or your goodwill creation content around your target material, solving their problems. Again, the key word there is genuinely solve their problem. They will keep coming back. The second pillar in this machine is, the system that you have in place. People fail, systems don't. Now, I know it's a play of words there, but the reality is if you create a system that works, you plug it in, it will continue to work until something major happens. So you want to have a sales marketing machine, something that continues uh, to prospect for you even when you are asleep or when you're on a holiday. And in my case, I use tools like Katra. I used to use other platforms, but Katra proved to have all the components that I need specifically for the consulting business. It also has, the follow-up system for when people come in. Remember, people don't necessarily buy from you when they hear from you for the first time. That's why it's important for you to be consistent. They want to hear from you over and over and over again. And Katra has got that ability for you to follow up on people automatically without even thinking about it. You do the thinking once in creating the system, and then the system works on every single prospect that comes into your client. And you will also need a system on converting those leads or potential clients into clients. This is your sales script. Uh, this is what you follow every single time when you are converting that particular client. And of course, you're communicating. And then the last pillar in this is how do you service your clients? Now, in my case, I do group coaching because that's the model I prefer. I still do one-on-one consulting for my previous clients. Those high-end clients that needs my specific done for you. I've got a few of those. You may go that route, but you want to know how to service your clients. Very important. Now, of these three pillars, the number one pillar you need to really master is delivering your service. Really become good at that. Knowing your targets, your virtual assistant can do a research for you. They will give you the targets. What is it they want, the fears, what they want, what drives them, and all sorts of things. We cover that in another training. And they give that to you. Enough information is online on there. The sales machine, you can sit down or you can outsource to somebody to help you. But the area you cannot afford to mess about is the service. How do you deliver the service? Now, let's move on to the actual training for today, which is what part of this whole process can you outsource or can you give to a virtual assistant immediately if you're getting started? Okay. I've already done the work here for you. So this is exactly the flow we are using in my company, in my consulting practice, and this is exactly how it works. And again, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, just use the system and you'll see it work. So we run Facebook ads to promote the master classes or the Facebook lives that I do, on Facebook, and then we capture people who are interested in what we are doing, right? Using the Facebook lead form. And again, if you don't know how to do this, attend my live Facebook masterclass. It's absolutely free. It's our value creation or our goodwill creation that we put on there so that people will know, like, and trust us, and hopefully they will give us the money. In fact, they will eventually give us the money when we meet those three criteria. So we run Facebook ads. People go watch our masterclass or our Facebook Live, and the call to action after the Facebook Live or the masterclass is a soft call. It's not register now. No, it's like book an appointment with me or with my assistant. So that is the call to action. So they click the button below the masterclass. They're taken to this calendar, and on this calendar, I tell them the criteria that I want them to be before I can speak with them or before they can speak with my virtual assistant. So this is where we weed out people who don't qualify in what we are doing. Remember, when you begin to do this on a consistent basis, you will have a lot of people coming in saying they want to speak with you, they want to speak with you, especially when you are providing enormous value. They want to do that. But not everyone is qualified to have your time. They have to meet a particular criteria. So I explain that in our first landing page or the calendar or the booking session here page. And then they apply using an application form. Again, this application form you can find in the members area if you're already in our Fast Client Acquisition System, the training program that we have created. And when they complete the application form, their answers are sent to me or sent to my virtual assistant. Now, I used to do the free consultation myself. I did it several times, well, more than several times, because I was creating a script that works, tweaked it over and over and over to a point where I'm happy with the results I'm getting before I handed it over to my virtual assistant. So the process now is people book a session here, fill the application form, their questions straight to my virtual assistant, who will look at the questions, and they see that this is an ideal person. If it's not an ideal person, they will refuse them nicely and say, unfortunately, you have not been successful. It's amazing when you refuse people that they will do everything it takes now to become part of your team. In fact, they will pay whatever price you want them, of course, within reason. So you need to be mindful of that. So we refuse a lot of application forms, and then when they insist, it means they have the drive. They want to succeed. In fact, they have already proven that they can do that. Because anyone who continue to insist wanting to talk to you, more often than not, they're going to listen to your instruction. because the drive is strong, and it is the same drive that is going to drive them to succeed. So it's a winner for you and for them. So again, they go to my virtual, their answers goes to my virtual assistant, who will jump on the call with them and do all the communication following the script that we have given them, exactly the way it's done. And remember, my team, I'm very fortunate really with the ladies I work with over in the Philippines. They follow exactly like we've created. They've owned it, but every time I listen to the conversation, it's like as if it's me talking. And I like that. In fact, you may like doing that, especially when you figure out what works. Why change it if it's already working? And as one of the bonus for those who signed up to become my client, they get to speak with me. So they don't just straight speak with me. I only speak with those that have already paid. Can you see that? If they are rejected, they don't speak with me. They speak with my virtual assistant. It is that small gap that makes people want what you have. So here's what my virtual assistant will say. Okay, great, well done for signing up today. Your guy is really looking forward to you. What is your diary like tomorrow? I can arrange that you have 10-20 minutes conversation, a welcome conversation with him. And then I jump on the call with them. I know they've already paid. I know they've seen my masterclass, and I know they're already raved up about what we're doing. So it's not closing. It's like just creating rapport, ready for our group call or the coaching call that we're going to be doing over the year, because they are part of my year-long coaching club. Okay, so I want to wrap this up, but I want to talk about the skills that your virtual assistant needs to have if you're going to go out there and hire one to help you in the process. I've listed them here. There's 10 of them. I know there's 8 here, but there's 10 of them. I'm going to cover that. Number one, they have to have great customer service skills. Really, which is on here. They need to know how to make somebody feel important and have absolute focus on the present. They also need to have good phone skills, right? Which means that they speak well, loud enough, they project their voice very well so that the other person can hear. Really good on the phone. Here referring to the landline, whether it's Skype, they need to have good, quiet environment where they are so that it's not becoming an irritation to the person who is who they're speaking with. They absolutely have to have the ability to follow a script, because you're going to give them a script, all of them. If you have 2 or 3, they need to follow this script. I get my VA to practice this. Of course, they get paid, to practice it, and I listen to them, doing the call, because the better they become at following my script, the higher the closing rate. Okay, they need to have naturally a happy nature, bubbly, pleasant to have, somebody that you want to talk to. If they don't have that, the script still works, but your closing rate will not be as high. Remember, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. And they already know me here from my live masterclass. Now they are beginning to know my team. So they know, they like me, they like my team, because this is exactly the same team that is going to be responding to their questions in here on Facebook. When they've got something, they are the very first people they speak with before they actually speak with me. All right? They need to be fast learner, truly learn things fast, because here's what's going to happen. If you do like we train in the in the program, you're going to create group calls. And group calls, it will mean you have a boatload of people applying to talk to you. So they need to be quickly to be fast learner and be able to respond to people's nature very, very fast. And general, business mindset, understanding that the value that we give need to supersede the money that people give us. So when they're communicating with them, they need to be in a position to communicate the value of our services to the prospective client. How does this come about? I spend time with my virtual assistant and tell them that our programs are transformational programs. They know all the elements and how to convince people. And finally, they need to be good with social media. Just one of those things, because when it's quiet, they need to be communicating with members in different groups, and sending them to the masterclass where we build the rapport. That's it, really. That's all. That's all. Very simple. The simple things are easier not to do, and they're also easy to do. If you just apply what we've talked about today, go hire a virtual assistant, train them in your business, let them help you go to where you want to go. It happens so fast, and believe me, it makes your life much easier because you're going to be focusing on just delivering the content and doing what you need to do. Well, with that said, I've gone on a little bit longer there. I hope that's helpful. And again, if you've got any questions, go to Yeukai Call and book a strategy with one of my virtual assistants, and they will talk you through exactly what we've done here. Or just go watch one of my master classes, and you certainly enjoy something. And if you've got any question, just shoot out an email to us. Again, wish you all the best, and thanks for tuning in. Talk to you very soon.